This is Greg Williams, the Master Negotiator and Body Language Expert with the Negotiation Tip of the Week, Negotiation Tip number 1055. Dodge being icky to negotiate successfully. Are you icky when you negotiate? When negotiating, the icky factor is not only a turnoff, but it can also be the death knell of the negotiation. With a U.S. Congressman being perceived as being icky as a result of recently getting caught in a spectacle that was made worse by the manner in which he addressed the situation, the question becomes, what makes one appear to be icky? If you wish to avoid the perception of being icky in your negotiations, observe the following 4 insights. Number 1, actions that give the appearance of being icky. Each negotiation situation is different from another. Thus, a myriad of factors can come into play when attempting to isolate the icky factor. Nevertheless, there are constants involved in a negotiation that dictate what icky appears to be and what it feels like. Avoiding a direct question, especially when it's posed several times, can heighten someone's senses and enhance the impression that you're not being forthright, which can lead to the thought that you're icky. Another icky factor can be the way you speak. And if you speak in a certain manner, thus too fast or too slowly, to someone that's attuned to listening at a different pace, you can conjure up the image of one that's out of step. Such actions can also create the impression that you're evasive and thus icky. Number 2, the perception of being icky. Being perceived as icky stems from offending the sensibility of the person to whom you're speaking. Such actions can occur from the manner in which you position your proposal, the perceived bravado in which you deliver it, and the background of the other person. To avoid such perceptions, take into consideration how you're perceived when negotiating and adopt mannerisms that are appropriate for the environment. Number 3, talking too long. In any situation, if you discuss a subject too long, you run the risk of losing whatever goodwill you've generated. It's better to communicate with certitude in order to avoid the appearance of being perceived as icky. When you're in a tenuous position to avoid being perceived as icky during a negotiation, try to be as transparent as possible. If your behavior is perceived to be out of line with the manner in which it should be, the other negotiator may perceive something as not being right. He may not realize that he's sensing his emotions at a subliminal level, but his gut will instinctively alert him to proceed with caution. If you project an image that causes him to experience such feelings, you'll be alienating him while simultaneously digging a deeper proverbial hole from which it may become extremely difficult to extract yourself. Number 4, gain insight. You can gain insight into the manner that someone perceives your actions by the way they respond to you. If they think you're not being straightforward, they'll display body language signals such as leaning away from you, putting their hand over their mouth when you or they speak, and or casting a look that you'll perceive as being troubling. In essence, they'll be dispelling what you say. If you sense such an action and you're being forthright, question their perception of your sincerity. If there's a need for clarification, do so before proceeding with your position. To assist in projecting the proper demeanor for your negotiations, alert your body to what mood you'd like to project. Then observe the synchronization between your body language/mannerisms and the way you're perceived. If everything is in harmony, the other negotiator should perceive you and your sincerity. And everything will be right with the world. Remember, you're always negotiating. The negotiation tips are, number 1, to enhance the probability of being successful in your negotiations, avoid being perceived as icky. Number 2, anyone can misperceive a situation. If you sense your sincerity is being questioned, Alert the other negotiator to what you perceive. Don't allow the situation to go unheeded. To do so could be paramount to flirting with danger needlessly. Number 3. In any negotiation, negotiators may not see eye to eye on certain points. If you take the time and you're skillful at decreasing the icky factor, you'll increase your likability factor. In turn, simultaneously, you'll enhance the negotiation process.
That's it for this week. If you'd like to gain more insight about when to use the appropriate strategy and tactic during a negotiation and how to read body language, please go to www.themasternegotiator.com. Once there, click on Free Negotiation Tips. I look forward to seeing you again with next week's Negotiation Tip of the Week. This is Greg Williams, the Master Negotiator and Body Language Expert, saying, remember, you're always negotiating.